Hi there, it's Mary Charlson here from 5minutemarketing.com. Welcome to this week's tip. What we're taking a look at this week are the 5 marketing megatrends for 2022. Now, I realize in the middle of a pandemic that just seems to be endless, where we can barely plan for the day after tomorrow, it might seem like fairly daunting task to make any kind of predictions for the year 2022 or beyond. But I think it's important for us to understand that right now, while we're feeling kind of stuck, in this kind of pandemic, kind of constantly changing rules and not being able to kind of play and plan, what's happening on a broader level in the social media, the online digital space, is there's a ton of stuff that is super, super exciting that is happening in the background, and it's happening at quantum speed. And so this is what I'm going to take a look at for our marketing megatrends for 2022, because I think it will form the undercurrent of many things that will become extremely important as we move through 2022 and beyond. So let's jump in and take a look. I've got 5 trends for you. The first one is the metaverse will materialize. Some of you may be familiar with the post and the video that I did around Facebook rebranding as Meta at the end of October in 2021. This is the year that they're going to make a play into the space in a big time. So, rather than have people play in a larger yet to be built decentralized metaverse, Meta or Facebook will make a preemptive move on their own decentralized land. Yes, a little bit like Ready Player One. You should kind of scare the bejesus out of us, but Mark Zuckerberg will try to dominate in the digital property space. That much we can be certain. And he's already sort of signaled his intentions at the end of 2021. So they've invested in Oculus VR, partnered with or purchased them. They've partnered with Ray-Ban and AR glasses. Gamers will be kind of the early adopters here, but for people who don't yet kind of get the whole crypto meta, will be the gateway to get them into the virtual reality space. Facebook has over 6 billion users worldwide. So even if they get just a fraction of that and monetize that virtual space with things that you can buy through Meta's own cryptocurrency, they'll likely succeed. This is where it's going, folks. I don't necessarily like it either, but I think we need to understand it. So why is this happening? The metaverse is coming whether we like it or not. It's fueled by technology, innovation, and let's face it, capitalistic greed. Well-funded tech giants are driving the development of VR and AR, and public discussions around their impacts, it's not going to catch up before they kind of launch into this space. And, governments and their ability to regulate, again, will be still playing catch up. So what does it mean for you? Get in early, figure it out if there's a revenue stream for you, or, act with your conscience and question it all. Trend number 2, user data and privacy will finally matter. And this kind of dovetails in on our first trend there. If anything gives me hope against Mark Zuckerberg's very own decentralized metaverse land, it's the possible revolt around user data and privacy, and the equally possible boycotting of social media in general because of it. Meta has far too much money to be stopped, and I think governments will be powerless, frankly, but people might rise up. Yes, it could be the year that regular consumers actually care about their data privacy. Questioning the use of their data will become mainstream, right? Governments will begin to catch up, but will still be hopelessly behind the breakneck speed that technology is being rolled out. So why is this happening? Some of this will be driven by alarm, perhaps media coverage, or perhaps even an incident or scandal that tips the scales in 2022. Or it could be driven by the people questioning VR, AR, and how it fits into society and moves us forward. And in particular, moves being made by Meta. So protecting that user data and privacy will also be driven by the rise of interest in crypto and NFTs and the whole decentralized blockchain networks that they're hosted on. And because they protect our privacy and user data as part of their core principles. So I think it's the rising interest in that. And those are the people who are going to kind of question things and maybe drive this whole thing, around privacy. It will be led by those folks. So what does it mean for you? Know that protecting user data and privacy will drive many changes, particularly updates on apps, social media platforms. You can count on less access and ability to track on any of these platforms. So, and that'll further drive your need, to have your own direct connection with your community. And this is where it leads into trend number 3 and the importance of creator communities. So trend number 3, NFTs, social tokens, and creator communities will be hot. You're probably still scratching your head on NFTs, social tokens. Like, Mary, what the heck are you talking about? So NFTs are non-fungible tokens. They're digital assets sold or held on a blockchain using smart contracts representing things like art, music, collectibles, or real-world experiences. They give creators a direct connection with their community, and they offer a way to be financially reimbursed for their work while allowing those that hold the NFTs to demonstrate what they support through the purchase or investment. Currently, NFTs can be purchased with cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, but that is an ever expanding with platforms like Coinbase, simplifying that user experience. While the initial vertical of NFTs has been art, right? You've probably heard about, the JPEGs selling for millions of dollars. It's a bit like saying that Amazon sells books. Right? It's early days, but NFTs are likely to explode in, I would say, the music industry. In 2022 will be kind of the next vertical. And anyone with a loyal community online will be able to leverage NFTs for events and experiences. Smart contracts open up endless application opportunities and verticals. Social tokens are another type of kind of piece at play in this virtual space. Similar to NFTs in that they are part of the blockchain and issued by content creators to their communities, but social tokens are essentially a form of cryptocurrency that the creator issues and utilizes within their community in exchange for special privileges, access to events, virtual or in person, online courses, exclusive content, coaching, for examples. Like NFTs, when people own something, they tend to evangelize it, and thus doing a lot of your marketing for you. Social tokens allow creators to control the supply chain, not being hostage to a central platform or financial model. You could check out rally.io is a place where you can create your own social token. And also Joe Palizzi, I got to say that right, over at The Tilt. He's formerly from Content Inc. He's doing some interesting things at The Tilt around social tokens. And he also did a really interesting podcast just recently with Michael Stelzner from Social Media Marketing World it's called Social Tokens, What Businesses Need to Know. I got links to that in my blog post about this. So why is this whole NFT, social tokens, content creator communities, why is this happening? So growth in the whole cryptocurrency blockchain is based around that whole fundamental belief in a decentralized system, one where no central authority, be it a bank, government, or, a powerful social media platform owner, Zuckerberg, having control. The art and music industries have been notoriously hostage to a centralized authority for their promotion and distribution systems. Indeed, that's been the case for almost every creator. So NFTs kind of reverse that power balance. Plus, they offer kind of the same social proof as social media when they're held in public wallets for those who purchase them. Again, that's all kind of part of the whole crypto and blockchain type of universe. Likewise, social tokens connect the creators and their communities in all new ways through a decentralized environment where they can truly kind of nurture that community. So what does it mean for you? If you're a creator, music, art, written or spoken word, or you have an online community, perhaps currently limited in access, via centralized social media platform, you owe it to yourself, to at least learn more about NFTs and social tokens and creator communities. do that in 2022. You can check out the NFT Now podcast, sign up for their newsletter. As I said, Joe Paluzzi, Michael Stelzner podcast is a great information piece on it. And Gary Vaynerchuk is all over this NFT stuff. So follow anything that he does online and social, and you'll learn a whole lot more. So, the ecosystems for NFTs, still seem in the early adopter stage, with years of innovation ahead to be kind of broaden the horizons, in the whole world of non-fungibles. Likewise, social tokens are relatively new as well, but interest is growing. And, the good news, it's still early. So get in, play, learn about it. It's quite apt to be a major part of the whole Web 3.0. Trend number 4 is Web 3.0 will go bang, but not bust. So 2022 will have some big incident, I suspect, that will shock and spook many in the crypto space. And it's likely to be related in some way to the evolving Web 3.0 space, the growing popularity of NFTs and cryptocurrency trading, and whether it's a speculation in crypto valuations or the coming kind of massive minting of NFTs and, the possible near zero value of some of them, after the giddy speculation and trading has been removed, or maybe just simply a blockchain fail, it will likely come crashing down, not unlike the .com bust. And you might say, well, Mary, why are you advocating to get involved with this if it's all going to go bust? There will be crazy kind of Ponzi schemes at the height of it all. Again, not unlike what rocked the financial markets in 2008. But this will eventually bounce back, just like it did, with the emergence of the internet and social media. And only this time, the timeline, I believe, is going to be compressed. And that will usher in this whole decentralized Web 3.0 space centered around blockchain technology and dominated by crypto and NFTs, once the dust clears. This decentralized space could even replace the internet and social media as we know it. That's how big and important I think this shift is. So, but the complete transition will take a lot longer than just 2022, make no mistake. So you've got the stomach for it, hang on, go for the crazy ride. I believe that this is the beginning of something big. So why is it happening? IT developers, have led much, maybe they've had too much time on their hands during the pandemic, or investors had too much money, kind of kidding, but not really. The fundamentals for Web 3.0 and crypto are already there. The pandemic and our consumer patterns of behavior during it just kind of accelerated things. Real-time audio platforms like Clubhouse and Twitter kind of brought interested groups together in the NFT and crypto space this past year, and it provided them a megaphone to a larger community. I think that also is at play here. Ultimately, the drive for digital privacy is at the heart of a decentralized autonomous applications and platforms. And I think that's the pinch point. And ironically, it's that feature of blockchain that Web 3.0 is all built on, which could save us all from Mark Zuckerberg's vision of our future, which circles us back to trend number 1. So what does it mean for you? Get in and learn about the metaverse, cryptocurrencies, blockchain, NFTs, the concept of decentralization, they're all part of this Web 3.0 space. And if you intend to be in business 5 years from now, this stuff is going to matter. Trust me. Trend number 5, tech companies will launch or acquire creator networks. I think this is kind of an interesting one. There was lots of testing in 2021 around the content creator networks and a growing kind of monetization of them. 2022 will be a year of catch up for tech companies to get in on the game. And since most will have more money than patience to build their own, many will simply acquire successful creator networks. Some of these media acquisitions could be huge, like Lionsgate Studios being bought by Netflix or Apple buying Disney, although time for that's probably past, or perhaps even a combination of smaller studios coming together for the acquisition that already produce web shows, podcasts, private productions, previously for other networks, and they all come together and they're acquired by somebody like an Apple. We'll likely see media holding companies in places that we've never seen them before. Traditional software companies like Microsoft, Oracle, Salesforce are apt to get in on the game too. Content producers like The Verge, Vice Media, Viacom are also apt to be either gobbled up or divided off. There's going to be a lot of big movement in this space. We'll see streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, or Amazon Prime buying production studios like Lionsgate, Marvel, or Relativity Media. But we'll also see smaller acquisitions, to build creator networks at scale. Podcasts, podcast networks, blogs, email newsletters, Discord communities. Anyone with a large audience or fiercely loyal niche audience hosted on their own platform could well benefit. So why is this happening? Marketing has traditionally been seen as an expense. But content marketing and creator networks have demonstrated that marketing can actually be a profit center. This is a real change in thinking, and it's a place for new media revenues. The licensing of content, getting access to creator audiences is all part of that. And you can see how the whole creator audiences, how it dovetails in with the previous 4 trends I've been talking about. It's been driven by increased costs to reach audiences through kind of the pay-to-play social media platforms. And some of the content creator economy is also being driven by the emergence of these, growing popularity of NFTs, creator coins, and crypto space in general, as noted earlier. So what does it mean to you? Clearly, direct access to your own audiences and the creation of original content is fueling these acquisitions. If big companies are moving away, and moving in this direction, what does it signal to you? Maybe doing all that work, building a community and creating your own original content actually has value. Our future will not be on platforms where you are held hostage to a centralized ownership. It will be through direct, decentralized connections with your true fans. So that's our 5 big trends at play, megatrends for 2022. Hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to put the link to the blog post with a little bit more details at the bottom of this video. Take care. We'll see you in the next 5minutemarketing.com trends video.